I mean, so if you have any listening and I'm watching these videos, ladies, if you have anything that you want us to kind of talk about or any part news that has happened that we haven't heard, because obviously there's a lot of things that we don't hear, that normal people don't hear because I don't want to get into the fake news, but not
Yes.
everything is true. But if there's anything, just comment below and we'll for sure, you know, talk about it. We'll tag
Yeah.
you in and you can let us know what you think. Um, I've been doing a lot of listening to a book. I had to go down to Nephi yesterday to go get my baby. Um, and have you read anything on Ellen Langer?
No.
So she's a mindfulness, like she's at Harvard and her last book, so she did counterclockwise. So if you want to read an awesome book, read counterclockwise. On there, they do test groups where they have these 80-year-old men. She did this one that I thought was amazing. These 80-year-old men in this one test group, they put them into like a room or a big area, and they had everything was from like the 1930s or 40s or whenever they were young, whenever they were in their 20s, right? And they spent a whole week in there, ate the food, talked about what went on as though it had was already happening, all the news and the games and the baseball, whatever. And they had them in that controlled group for a whole week. And then they had another group of 80-year-old men in another controlled room that had the same things in it, but they talked about it as it had passed. Like, remember when this happened and this happened? So
Gotcha.
before they did a whole exam on them, their eyes, their functions and everything, their blood. And then this one where they were living as though they were in their 20s, they actually got younger. Like their eyesight got better.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And so it's all in your brain, really. Your brain can kill yourself and it
Hmm.
can make yourself sick. So that's her mindfulness. And they just kind of looked younger compared to the other group. So yeah, if you want to listen to anything like that, it's Ellen Langer, Langer, and it's counterclockwise is her book. The other thing, um, the one that I was listening to yesterday going down to Nephi is a mindful body, the mindful body. So when she talks as the mind and the body are one, they're not separate. So the body, anything that happens in the mind affects the body, anything that happens in the body affects the mind, right?
Hmm.
So really, you can really heal yourself. So if you're told, let's say on a scale from 1 to 100, let's just do this. So 50, like 51, you have this disease, and 50, you don't. So if someone is a 51 and they're told they have this disease, they're actually going to make it worse. But if
Hmm.
they're 50 and they're told they don't have the disease, they're going to make it better. Even though they were like 1 point away, one is going to go make it worse and one is going to make it better because of their mind, state of mind. Isn't that crazy? Have you heard
It's
of anything like that?
yeah, I was just gonna say, so there was this example that I read on, and I cannot remember where I read it or anything, so I'm gonna possibly botch some of it, but that's okay. The basics are there. Hi, Bubba. Yeah, I love you. Okay, so um the study that I'm talking about was really cool. So they took um sorry, just want some loves. They took three different groups. They had a group of people who did finger exercises.
Ooh.
And it was for a set amount of time every day, whatever. And then they had a set of group that a group who did nothing, you know, and then they had a group that didn't do the exercises, but they thought about doing the exercises. Have you heard of this one too?
Uh-huh. Keep
Oh,
going.
yeah. And it was so cool that at the end, the people who did the finger exercises, their fingers got stronger, obviously, like we kind of assume that. The people who did nothing, nothing changed. The people who thought about doing the exercises but did not actually do it, their finger strength still got stronger,
Yes.
even though they weren't utilizing the muscles. So like every once in a while, I'll be laying in bed. I'll be like, oh, abs, abs, just get abs. Like, because I'm like, I don't do it consistent enough, so don't have abs. But you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's one of those that I'm like, it is so amazing what our bodies can do, like physically can do because we think it.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
even just on the very basic of like breathing and digesting food and you know what I mean? Like walking.
Yeah.
I the fact that our bodies do all those things, and then if we actually think about doing things, like we can, it, it, it's
It's am-
phenomenal.
it's amazing. It's like the
Yeah.
placebo effect.
Hmm.
You know, you take this pill and it's gonna make it go away. And it's just a sugar pill, but your mind is thinking it's gonna go away and it's gonna go away and it'll go away. So that's why you have these like energy healers or people who can actually heal their body with their mind. You just have to pay attention to your body. And
Yes.
paying attention, you have to be in your body. Most people are kind of outside their body looking in, especially those who have gone through a traumatic experience. They're just along for the ride and they're just so separated from their body. Even though their body and the mind are connected, you can still kind of step out and just watch yourself go through these things. So in order to be mindful and to get into your body, um, what she's got a couple different things that she talks about. Where is this? So present the moment awareness. So most people, when you do things like when you drive, you don't even think about it, right? If you're going down the same street, you just go and you've got your mind and you're thinking about where you're doing, where you're going, what you just said to someone, and you're just going. And so that's being mindless. And when you're mindless, you're not connected inside. So one of the things that I teach my clients to do is just to kind of look for different little things all the time. Keeps you now, keeps you in the present. And when you're mindless, that's when you can have more depression and just more problems that, again, you're just along for the ride. So, and that's just not a life you want to live. But when you're mindful, you can actually do some powerful things with your mind. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
So
No,
crazy.
I think it's phenomenal. Even if you think about the like the experiments of like being blindfolded, smelling an apple, taking a bite of an apple, and enjoying the apple, and then taking a bite of a an onion and still thinking it's an apple
Yeah.
and enjoying it as if it was an apple. Like our brains are so powerful.
Mhm.
They are. So it's phenomenal that what we can do.
Yep.
Maybe I should start being like when I eat chocolate, being like, this is broccoli.
Yeah.
My
No, this is,
body is going to
uh-huh.
utilize this as if it is healthy food.
Yeah, you can actually do that. You just have to, be mindful and just keep thinking this is going to make my abs and then just imagine your abs getting stronger and stronger. And this chocolate is so good for me. You just have to make yourself believe it.
I was gonna say it's the convincing myself that
Hmm.
it's true part is where it's hard. So I should probably just eat the healthy food because that I already know is actually true. So
I don't know.
maybe
I
not as much
would
fun.
convince myself.